Sorry, sister, can you continue play the clips? It seems to be staggered. 开始，你那个影片要播，它有点荡掉。可能要回到前面。
迦叶是一位受佛陀真器重的弟子，伊出生呢，嘛是一个富贵的家庭啊，父母疼惜啊，学问真悬啊，智慧真深，但是伊点悟着这种爱欲名利，一直到大汉的时，伊一直呢无愿意结婚。但是，伊的父母真着急啊，一直呢用尽心机，所以伊就讲啊：好，你若爱我，要找个对象，伊手就举着一张图，若有法度找着甲这个金枪中啦，同款的女子，有安尼的女人呐。拢一模一样，我才要接受。但是呢，人海茫茫，倒位找啊？所以就派真多人啦，甲这个金枪呢，安尼一尊一尊的复制，互大家人啦去看，倒一个城市，倒一个国家有安尼甲这尊枪。同款呢，终于呢有一位啊，就是甲这尊金枪是一模一样啦。这个家庭呢，也是真富有，也是老爸呢最疼惜、最爱的一个查某囝。那这个查某囝呢，嘛是坚持无要结婚啦，嘛是想讲伊。好向佛法，所以希望会当一世人拢洁身自爱。但是呢，这两个家庭啦，汇合起来呢，讲好亲事啦，所以真正呢勉强因哎去迎接这个查某囡仔来呀。却是两个人虽然同房啦。却是分床啦，两个人约好呢，将来修行，所以一直到10多年后结婚，两个人拢是保持着清净啊，那父母往生啦，这个时阵，两个人互相约束呢，迄种压力啊。会已经呢轻松啦，各人会当呢各奔自由，从安尼迦叶就出门去啦。有一回啊，来到王舍城，就看到迄个社会真祥和，家家户户啊，都安尼讲，佛陀已经伫这个所在。伫咧说法啦，听法所得到的法喜啊，伫咧议论这个法的心得吼，所以伊听到底这位大觉者呢，的法是偌呢正深奥呢，是偌呢正美妙啊！哪会规个城市呢，家家户户。都遐尼正好乐，就是来自于法，所以他就去到迄个所在，大家人伫咧听法啦，伊就伫旁边安尼旁听，敢若见着佛啦，远远看，伊就足欢喜的呀。 一直慢慢接近终于呢，向佛陀求出家。迦叶尊者所修的行呢，就是受苦行，所以呢，迦叶尊者是超度第一。超度第一呢，超度就是受苦行，伊定定拢是撇开了富有的人家，就是去接近呢贫穷苦难人的所在。有一天，伫王舍城的中下人有一位老婆婆，非常的贫困，身躯有病居无定处，流落伫街头巷尾有一回，饭无饭无体力搁又是病倒伫巷路林一间厝的后壁，内底用人摕米喷水出来要倒掉。看到这老婆婆将米喷水就安尼倒一挂伫迄个已经破掉去半底碗的内底。老婆婆想讲，这个米喷水嘛会当来止渴。这个中间看到有一位是真庄严，不过呢，所穿的呢也是真破的衫，都是迦叶尊者将远一直慢慢接近伊都用着真无力的体力看迦叶尊者呢，挖进了这老婆婆的身躯边，伊都哭落来。甲这老婆婆安尼讲话老婆婆就讲，看到尊者，我心生惭愧我心无一物，我无法度通供养你迦叶尊者伊讲，你心已经生惭愧心，这呢就是最庄严的一领衫你有心想要布施，这是你最富贵的。老婆婆就讲，我实在是无有一项物件通好供养，敢讲这么多人袂当帮助你一位出家修行者吗？迦叶尊者就讲有，不过亲像你安尼，更搁较需要有机会呢来造福。老婆婆就讲，我都无啥物件通好造福迦叶尊者就讲，你手中敢毋是捧着，这就会当供养伊讲这是不干净的水是米喷水迦叶尊者伊讲，这么米喷水是你所有的，所以我也会当接受布施。你会当用，我也是会当用婆婆就真欢喜把这个米喷水就倒给迦叶尊者。迦叶用伊的钵接过来呢， 一口就甲啉落去。来就是已经暗暗一息了的老婆婆，欢喜啦！我这世人也有机会呢，供养着修行者，将安尼呢含笑就往生啦。老婆婆往生呢，就升到忉利天啦。成为一位呢真水的天女啦，这位天女呢，家己感觉我何德何能啊？家己回忆，我就是供养迦叶尊者，甲我的祝福啦。我应该爱回到人间来感恩，有一回。迦叶尊者伫中阿堡的时，伊呢伫迄个所在散花供养。这就是迦叶呢度贫婆升天的故事，可见啦，迦叶尊者的故事是真多啦。各位菩萨用心去想，佛陀安怎教育咱，安怎样让伊的弟子呢？对众生啊，度众生，度贫困的人，这呢更无简单。所以咱爱知影，真正报佛因呐，就是爱入灵魂呐。
The brother Tim.
Yes. Does anybody want to share the story that what they learned from the story? Sorry, I didn't mute it. I was muted. I was talking, but was muted. Does anybody want to share the story? What did they learn from the story? I think it was a short clip, but does anyone want to share this, what you learned from the story? Did you guys see anyone? I think we got what? Who is it? Semicho, or no? Can you guys turn on the microphone? Kathy, can you please unmute them, please? Yes, I'm here now. Thank you. Perfect.
Hi everyone. My name is Queen. Can you hear me, brother Tim?
Perfect.
Okay. Okay, what I've learned from the story, as you know, giving it's not all about money. You can give with smile, time, anything that you have. It's not about money. And also, it's not that only rich people give to poor, but also poor people give to the rich, whatever they have. So as we learned from the story, we saw the old lady. She had nothing to give to the monk but the dirty water, which was very appreciated by the monk. So now it teaches us that whenever we give, we're actually doing good for our future and we're actually getting more blessings. So the lady gave the water to the monk, and when she died, she actually went straight to heaven. So I've learned a lot from the story. It was very touching that we should teach everyone to give. It's not about money, but anything that you have, you can give. Thank you.
Thank you, Queen. Thank you. I think the story was like in the beginning, the story is trying to explain who is Kashyapa. Kashyapa is one of the main student of Buddha. He attained very high level of enlightenment. The reason why, and he has a way of asking offering, which is he always asking offering from the poor people. And sometimes people say that why you do so, you should only ask from the rich people because they got money. You should ask the rich instead of asking for the poor. But he say that the reason why he's asking the offering from the poor is because he wants to give the chance for the poor people to create blessing. Because we believe in karma, which is you do good and good will return. And who will need most good karma coming in their way is the poor people. And the thing is, like, people normally think that is when you're rich, you give, you create blessing. And when you have nothing, you cannot give, you cannot create blessing. But the story tells us different, which is the amount of blessing that create by the giving is depends on the heart. For example, a rich person, he give you, for let's say, 100 Rand. That's probably like a tiny little bit from his entire fortune. But if a poor person give you 100 Rand, that might be everything that they own. So in comparison, that is, for the rich person, that's probably 0.00001%, small. But for the poor person, that's 100%. Who can make 100% of offering? So therefore, the blessing that you receive is 100%. So that's why normally when, during the quite a lot of our relief, we always put the bamboo bank over there. Why is that? Is normally, during this kind of function, the money you receive from is not much. Normally people put in 5 cents, 10 cents. But it can be everything they own. It can be like, so that kind of blessing that is created. The amount of blessing, it depends on, it's not about the money and it's not about the amount of money. It's about the size of the heart. If you give out 100%, that means you 100% good. So that the blessing that you create out of that, it's a lot. And because of that, you create a lot of positive circle in the society. That's the reason why we want to do that. When every project, we always ask, does anybody want to help as well? Because when you are giving, you're not just giving away money, you're giving away resource. You're giving away the idea of poor. When you give away the poor, then you're receiving the blessing. So you give away the idea that you are poor, that you cannot give. When you give away the poor, you receive your blessing. That's what we are trying to do in all kinds of relief. Do you remember that if you join us, one of the Tsuchi relief, we always have the bamboo banks and ask for donation. The amount of money is not what we care about. The amount of heart by small change, that's what we want. Because that is the things, the heart is the one make the blessing, make the work goes around. I don't know, does Sister Jenny want to say something as well?
Thank you, dear brothers and sisters. With this also remind me, Master always teaching us, 行善行孝不能等. We do not wait the action of doing the good thing, and also to present our to feedback to our parent who let us grow. So Master say, 行善行孝 do not wait. So even though we are not the rich people, we don't have much money, But donation is not only for the rich people. They are the privilege of the rich people. Like earlier, our sister Queen, right, have declared a lot. So even if just it's a mindset to thinking, I don't have the precious thing to donate, but from this monk,迦葉頭陀, he is the one most in cultivators, a monk. He is the most one to restrict himself more than others. He is very in the very hard, make himself to living with the very hard way for living. So he is encouraged this granny. He can see granny is really poor, but how to turn his life from the poor to leave that poverty. He's encouraged her, even with that dirty water. The important, the more precious is her mind. So this mind is much more important than the real money. So with this, I'm really willing to also learn from this monk, this迦葉頭陀, to be following the way to make our life. We don't need to have any waste. We have to appreciate what we have now, and also we can share as much as to the people who they need. Thank you. It's my sharing. Today I take more than the SAS group. SAS group, you have more people. I'm appreciate you give this opportunity with the microphone to me, and thank you. Now it's your turn from the SAS group. Thank you. Cảm ơn.
Okay, as group, anybody who want to share the story that they learned from the clip? Everybody's frozen. Anything?
Even Rachel.
Yeah.
Rachel is next to me, but we are not in the same office. Myself, I isolate myself in a small ballroom, but Rachel is in the office, just right on her desk. And we can see there's another colleague with her. We welcome Miss Jenny, right?
The reception is not that good in there.
Yeah.
I think they kind of get it like a stagnant.
Yeah. I think the Wi-Fi, the internet.
Anybody from SAS want to share? What you just learned from what we are talking about here about the story? Mitchell want to share? Okay, should I name names? No? Anybody SAS? No? I see you. Any thoughts? Otherwise, we're going to take everyone. Hey, everybody take turn.
Thank you for the teaching. Okay, let me just try to say maybe two things from what I understand. I believe Sister Queen already explained how we understand the whole clip.
Yes. Well, yeah. I want your personal feeling regarding to the clips, not just explain the clips. Yeah.
So now the way I understand is that when the old poor lady was walking asking for help, that I also learned something there, that sometimes in life we keep on asking for help until we become very old or very poor, not knowing that we can actually moving around and giving help to receive more blessings. So in other words, I think the poor lady gave me the opposite side of life, that we should not keep on looking for help, but we should actually give what we can give in our lives for us to receive blessings. So those things also touch me. Like what Sister Jennifer said just now, she said it in like what Master used to say. That word, I like it because we should not wait. We should actually go forward and give what we can give in our lifetime than to wait until we are helpless and then we expect someone to help us each and every time. So that I understand and I learn a lot. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Teach. Anybody, any thoughts? Anything, it can be anything. I think it's from your interpretation out of the story. Thank you, Catherine.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
My name is Catherine, and from the story, okay, from what I understand is that there's nothing in life that comes easy. Whether we are poor, whether we are rich, in order for us to get to where we wanna be, or in order for us to get the things that we wanna have, we have to work for them. We cannot just get something from doing nothing. So whether we are poor or rich, we have to work for our afterlife. So yeah, that's just what I got, that that we need to stop making excuses that I am poor, maybe I am disabled, I can't do this and that. What I got from the stories is that we just have to get up and get things done. Thank you.
Thank you.
I think the story, anybody in any points in lifetime, they can always turn things around. I mean, the poor lady, she got nothing. She only got the dirty water. And because she made an offering, and the heart of, we always think that it's the rich who can give, but it actually was in birth. Is the giver is the richer person. It's not the rich who can give, it's the giver are rich.
Yes, Brother Kim and our dear fellows. It also remind me one thing. It's in South Africa, in Johannesburg. We do have, we call Blind Center in Soweto. Some years back, we have seen the video, the record. One of our brothers sending the relief to them, but they also contribute. Even 1 cent or 5 cents, we can't remember, but it's a very small coins. But they're happy. They're happy to giving out, even just a cent. So maybe they can't see, or they don't know how much they're giving out. But you see, so many years now, Tzu Ji is with them for the long term taking care of them. At least now, through our brother Lee, our brother Mr. Lee, join the SAS group and GIA group. We do the regular delivery to them. Although it's not the not the huge or big parcel, but it can help. For them, they don't need to worry after this meal, what is the next meal is. So I believe this is in the beginning when they pulling this scent into our bamboo bank, they did not expect like this, but the fact it is happened now. At least Tzu Ji, the volunteer in this area, willing to send the regards, send the good heart, good hand to them regularly. With this, just a further additional from that kind of the concept sharing with you. Thank you. Cảm ơn.
And thank you, Sister Jenny. And this kind of amazing stories happen not just it's happened around us, like such as Gogo Salamina. You think you have to study medicine school to become a doctor. No, she have a physio. She treats people all the time. Not because you can give. There's no reason that you cannot help people. And she's treating lots of people every day in daily basis. And people are, because masters say that the lady like Salamina, the lady like the old lady, they are the rich people. They are the true meaning of the richness, because they are very full inside. They can give. And if you look at the people who are rich, but they don't want to give, they are very poor inside. Because they feel very lacking. All they feel every day is they lack. They don't have anything. They don't have this. And we normally, in the terms of, we always say that, you have 1, but you need 9. But instead of thinking like, because you have one rand and you think, oh no, I'm short of 9 rand. I need to make more money, make more. But thing is, if you look other way around, the person like Salamina, they have what they have. They only have the social grants, but they give. They say that they have maybe only 1 or 2, but they can give half. So they give 50% out already. So who are the rich people? Who are the poor people? Gogo Salamina always said, it doesn't matter if you have she always quote master say that it doesn't matter if you have a big house. The only thing matter is you have a big heart. If you have a big heart, you can give. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you have a big house, you cannot give, but you have a big heart, you can give. So she's that, she shared that part of her house to do physio and everything like that. These kind of amazing angels are happening around us. These kind of amazing people happening around us. That's why we say that these people are the true people who are rich, not the rich people who are giving the money, things like that. They are good, but we are saying that who are the richer people who are richer inside. This is what we're trying to do in here. And the story you see here in the old lady who shared the dirty water, she's giving 100% of what she owns. That's why she's a true rich person in this way. Okay, anybody from the SA side want to share? Thank you. Otherwise, we just teach. Can you pointing next person to share, please?
Next person, huh?
Yeah.
Good day, everyone.
Hello, Kevin.
How are you?
Good.
Okay, I missed the story. I was away, but from what you all have spoken, I picked quite a lot. So for me, this takes me back to back in Taiwan when Master founded Tzu Chi. Remember that he started with 30 housewives, saving 50 cents from their daily grocery money. So you could tell they were not rich people, there were people who would find their source of income from hard working. It's not easy come money, but then they managed to save 50 cents every day from their grocery money. So it shows the willingness to give that they had. Same applies nowadays. We also have to give willingly without being forced. We have to give knowing that if we give with this kind of amount, it's money that I don't have. I'm not rich, but the moment I give wholeheartedly with this little I have, it means a lot. So it's like you will just give more than a rich person. As you mentioned earlier on, that you find that when a rich person gives with 100 rands, that 100 rands, it's a very small portion from all his fortune. It's very true. So now the same applies to us. So you actually need to measure your fortunes whenever you give. Because, for example, I can't give you 10 cents. Absolutely, it's nothing to my fortune. But at least if I can give with a certain amount, that when I give, I feel that, yeah, I've taken some portion of my money. Then it simply means I'm willing to give, and I'm actually learning the power of giving. So we all have to give willingly, not to be forced. And then if we give willingly, what will happen is our blessings will just receive blessings unaware. And another thing, whenever we give willingly, wholeheartedly, there's a saying which says, God helps those who help themselves. So how do we help ourselves? Giving is one way to help ourselves. When we give, we don't realize that we are actually helping ourselves to get more blessings. So God will actually bless us because we are blessing others. But now, if we decide not to give when we have the chance to give, we are not helping ourselves. And for example, some reasons we might not want to be giving is because we are always used to receiving. I like Mrs. Lee once said, you must always not have your hands facing up. Sometimes your hands, not sometimes, but you have to grow to an extent whereby now your hands are like this. You are the one giving instead of receiving. So this, it's a personal growth in which if you can have it, you'll always be a blessed soul because God will bless you because you are used to giving. You're allowing yourself to grow. You're allowing yourself not to be a receiver, but a giver. Because actually a blesser becomes the blessed one. But now if you're always a receiver, you're not going to be a blessed person. Thank you.
Thank you. And what we're trying to express in this story is when you give, you are rich. When you give, you have. You don't have, because you're giving away the mindset of poor. And when you give away the mindset of poor, you are rich. So Kevin, can you please point out the next speaker? Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Hi everyone.
Hello, Sharina.
Okay. They actually said a lot. Like they said a lot I wanted to say, but then I'll also share what I learned from the story. Because they always teach us that it's not about money. You don't have to have money to donate or you have to be rich. Just like sometimes when you're having the winter relief, you can just go there, give out your time or your love, or you can just do anything, or even your old clothes you can donate to people. So the old lady had nothing. She was hungry as well. She had like no home. She had no clothes. She was sick as well. But then they gave her the rice water. That's the only thing that she had that she managed to donate to the monk. Even though she had the water, but then she was scared to, no, not scared, but then she was like, I have nothing to give because even herself, she did not have food. She did not have clothes. But then the monk told her that it's not about money.
You can even give me the rice water that you have. It's also an offering. So it shows us that even if I have nothing, I can still donate something to someone else, because whatever that I have, it might be something to someone else. It might be a trash to me, but to someone else, it's something. So I've learned from the story that whatever that you have, if you can help, you can share it with someone else. It doesn't have to be new, it doesn't have to be expensive. As long as it's something, someone else can use it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sharina. I think every time when you, I think, yeah, when you give is even you have nothing. So, you know, when we in a contemporary people believe in positive thinking, when you think you have nothing, that's negative thinking. But when you are thinking, you're looking that way, what do I still have? That is positive thinking. So in a way, you're switching your mind from negative to positive. And this is the true way to prove that you have positive thinking. So we using giving is a way to shift your mindset from the negative thinking to the positive thinking. And the positive thinking is a way to attract the goodness. Thank you, Sharina. And please point out the next speaker. Thank you.
Thank you, Samantha.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Afternoon.
My name is Samantha. I think they have shared almost everything. So what I've learned from the story is that we need to give even when we don't have. It is very important that we learn that giving is not only for the rich people, giving is not only for a certain group of people, but giving is for everyone, so that we all want blessings in life. So for us to attain those blessings, we must do something in return. And I've learned that when we are giving, we are paving a good way into our lives, because we all know that we are working very hard each and every day to obtain good things. So part of obtaining those good things will be for us to give unto other people, to give into everything that we continue to do in each and every day. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Samantha. So that's why, you know, that's what the first paramita, remember, the first paramita is giving. And giving doesn't matter you're rich or poor, it's giving. We ask you to give, not to give away money, just give. But so that when you can give, you're rich. Samantha, please invite next speaker. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello to below.
Yes, as I only saw, I think 1 minute of the video or something, but I'll share what I learned from that 1 minute I saw in the video, because I had to go out. When the video began, I think it was talking about a guy who was in an arranged marriage. He was forced to marry a wife, but him and that lady, they were both like devoted into the spiritual way of Buddha and everything. So they were very disciplined. What I saw from the video, even though they shared the same bedroom, they slept on 2 different beds. So what I've learned from the video, from the piece that I saw, what I've learned is that those two, they were very disciplined. So my side would be on that part of being disciplined. We have to always be disciplined. We should avoid temptations, because I can believe if they have to share a bedroom, there were like a couple of temptations, but those two, they were very like disciplined. So yeah, what I've learned is to be disciplined. And when it comes to giving, we have to give more than we take. So when we receive, we always have to give without even expecting like to get blessings. If we have, we have to give. We don't have to like expect something in return of blessings. Those ones will eventually come, but we have to always be generous. And if you have something,
and you see somebody suffering, you have to give without expecting anything in return. Yeah, that's what I can share for today. Thank you.
Thank you, Tapelo. Thank you. I think when you give, it's like you give away the idea of greedy. So when you give away, so you ask nothing for return because you already give away the idea of greed. When you give away the idea of greed, you are the true rich people. Because if you're the mindset of greed, you always want more, you always feel lacking. But when you give, asking no return, you give away the idea of the greed. When you give away the idea of the greed, you don't need any blessing because you are rich already. Okay, thanks, Tapelo. Please invite next speaker. Thank you.
Hi guys. My name is Blessing. I want to share something. What I learned. Yeah, what I learned is that you must give. The importance of giving is you can receive blessings. If you give someone, you can receive blessings. Like me. And the Buddha teaches us you must give, and if you give, you must not show others you are giving. You must give silently, and giving is not only for the rich, but everyone must also give. Thank you. And also I learned that you must not only give money, you must also give everything, anything you have, resources, you must also give to others so that you can see the seeds. And also what I learned is that you must have the willingness to give, no doubt. If you want to give someone, you must have that willingness so that God can give you blessings. Yes. Yeah, that's what I mean. Thank you.
They are the story in Buddha's sutra. There was two persons. One is called unlucky, one is called blessing. So, so there was a story like that. But the story was teaching about, doesn't matter what your name is, the one who can give is the one with the blessing. Okay, thank you. Blessing, please invite next speaker. Thank you. Is that everyone? You can invite the GIA side.
You don't need to wait until people invite you. You can come up by your initiative. Rachel, Galebohile, Chi-en.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, I tried sharing in the group because I was disconnected and connected. I had problems with my PC, but if you can hear me, I can read it to you again.
No problem.
Oh, to my understanding from the story, we can give in many ways, not only money. You can also give something that has high value in your life. Also, don't underestimate what you give to a person that is in need. You have to be happy when you give to a person so that the smile can also affect you in different ways. After giving, the smile can also affect you from the receiver. The receiver is the person that you give. If you're giving a person and then the person smiles, you as a person heal inside because you know that you did a great job and you gave someone something that is in need. It's not only you can give by giving money, or you can give a person by just water, but also a small hug can also just give someone that positive mindset. Just a handshake, just you saying good morning to a person is also giving, because it also means that that person has a support system whenever in life he or she doesn't know where to turn to. A good morning to a person also makes a person know that he or she lives around people and also has that support system whenever everything is not going well. It also gives a person the courage to say, I'm not feeling well today. It also gives a person to say to a person that today I don't feel like talking. My soul is not in a good position for me to speak. By you giving that person just a smile and saying, today you look beautiful. Today you have self-decency. You giving a person that courage to stand and say, I have that positive self-esteem, is you giving that person courage to also wake up in the morning and say, tomorrow I'm going to be a motivational speaker, for instance, or tomorrow I'm going to be someone else. Like, giving to a person is something big, that a small thing that you can do to a person can give the other person a positive self-esteem action, in a way of a person can go to another person and say, today I feel like I want to talk to you about your life. What's going on? Just open up to me. We live in a country that depression is something else. But the moment you say to a person, you look beautiful, it gives that person courage. So that's my sharing for today. Thank you. Sorry you can't see me, but ish.
I think the person who can give is even just the kind words is giving. I mean, giving doesn't matter what you have. And when you are looking inside of what you can give, then you becomes the rich one, because you are looking at the resource side of what you can do instead of looking at the lacking side, what you don't have. Thank you so much, Rachel. And I think is this everyone? Is this everyone? Are we going to finish early today? Sister Jennifer, what do you say? Sister Jennifer, please.
Yeah, although we have today our movement is a little bit fast, I would like to take this opportunity sharing another history, not the story, is the fact. It's happened in Lesotho, one of the village called Matuken. And in 12 years ago, there's a disaster, food shortage. So we're sending some relief through Master Guide. We're sending some relief to them for a 6-month program. And thereafter, those farmers, those receivers, they've been encouraged to reproduce from their field. So they should go and plant some maize. So they say they don't have the seed. And then Siji in Lesotho, we collect some funds and to donate them the seed. And also encourage them after the following, when they have the harvest, they should give in some return. But the return is not necessary to give back to Siji, but can sharing to other society or community where there's a need. So it's very surprised me, and I'm very thankful for that. The following year, they're lucky, or we can say we are lucky. The God sending enough water, enough rain. So they have a very good harvest. And all the receiver receive those, the seed farmer, they pack the bags and return. And that is very, very touched to me. And then one of amongst those receiver, one of that is then joined to Siji volunteer, and through the training program, one day she was in Taiwan for the seminar, and she's sharing there. How she shares, she said, it's Mampo from Matuken. She say, in her life, they never thinking they have ability, they have the capability to give any donation, to giving out anything. from their own, even from their pocket or from their house. They never thinking they can giving anything. But through join to Tzu Chi family, they learn and they did. And they now, they are the one, they are the commissioner now. They are the one transfer master great love to their community, to taking care of their the people who living around them, but they are suffering. So this is a kind of the great love connection. So important thing I would like to share with you is these people, it's not only one, they are a group of people in the Lesotho, the Tzu Chi volunteer. The most of them, they are thinking, they never believe in their life they can be the donor. But now they are the donor. They can contribute through the bamboo bank with some coins, and they donate the maize from their field, and they donate their love from their mind, from their heart, and through their hand. So they are really doing the as a master hand and master eyes and master feet to go to deeper in the community, to taking care of the people who they need help, to giving the relief. So this is the very impressive to me, and I'm very appreciative with the people in Lesotho. And I hope, and I'm thinking there is definitely it's also going to happen in South Africa, in Johannesburg, and in Zimbabwe as well, in Mozambique. Now it's coming more and more in Africa. So Master used to say she willing to turn the Africa from poverty to rich. So this is all our commitment and our responsibility to join hands together, following Master this wish. We are going to turn in Africa from the poverty to the rich. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Are we all commit ourselves? Are we all together?
Yes.
感恩.
Let's talk about the project of convert. We want to turning African from the poor to the rich. Tzu Chi Foundation, we are in Mozambique. We're starting the first phase of the school project, which is together we are going to build 23 schools. And then the village of 3,000, which is there are 4 villages together of 3,000 households. I think people doesn't really know we've already built 8 schools in Ladysmith, which is from old time from now year to now. So with the coming of the Tzu Chi main office in Battleview, that is going to be the what we're trying to do is creating these kind of nerve system and administration center that is going to help many of the African brother countries and brother and sister countries. I think Master Cheng Yen's wish is that we need to join heart, because together to help. As what we all learned the old story of Master Cheng Yen is that people always say that she heard that remember Master starting from living in the small shacks with the made by actually grass by the grass hut, and she heard over here people say that everybody using the little pinky together they can push down the grass hut, but she's always make a vow say that instead of people can together destroy something, why don't we try together we can build something. We can build something, and we don't need to together we make a miracle to destroy something. Together we can make the miracle to build something. And that's why we say, this is what we can do. This is what we can do in African continent. That's why Master is actually, many of us now actually, if we go to the news, Master Chinese are looking at the African continents quite a lot these days, especially all the disaster. And last week, we reported the disaster happened in Ladysmith. Right now, we are rebuilding one house in Ladysmith. In the of the volunteer, and we're looking at actually what other things we can do. And also looking at the Madagascar, we don't have any branch office there. But even that they started having in there, and our Master is asking us that, do we know anyone in Madagascar? Maybe we can start to help there as well. So Master is very eager to support and help everywhere in African continent. And I think we are here in African continent ourselves. We can also start looking at what we can do to help African continent. I think this is from sharing from our side. Thank you.
Yeah, and further, I would like to sharing with Teach group. I appreciate Teach have been giving a lot of assist to complete the form. This year, I just want to use this opportunity also mention to our brother Kim. In SAS, I got eight. I complete 8 application form for training commissioner, and through Teach have complete some of the information. I'm already print the Lee to sign, because he is the one, he is our Muji. And then in GIA, we also have 6. We were joined this year, we're joined for the training commissioner. And we're following this path. We are following the procedure. So soon, maybe within 2 years, I hope we all can get official to get certificate from Master. Then we should take in more responsibility to divert the Africa from poor to rich, and we should expand this into the different city, different corner, to go to spread this great love to benefit more and more people, more especially from the suffering. We should give them relief and then turn their life from the poor to rich. So with this, I use this opportunity also report to Brother Kim. We're going to submit about 15 to apply the handbook, the training handbook. So we already complete the form. So we want to register properly and following this path. And also, I understand in SAS through our brother Lee and sister Amy, Mrs. Lee, they have been built up this for many years, and they build up your foundation. I can see you are very good. You have understand a lot from Master, this even Buddha teaching or Master teaching. So I'm very grateful. I believe, I think Brother Kim can also have the same opinion. And we can approach, approaching this thing can be reached that goal. Thank you.
I think that's great that from SASGI side is going to join the training program. And I think this is very good. And I think you are probably the only office have the connection ability by yourself. And you have so many young people that can connect to the training yourself, which is great. One thing I want to mention is Sister Emily want to join the SAS group. Can anybody add her, please? She's still asking me right now that can anybody add her, please?
I think Kevin can do it, right?
Can anybody please add Sister Emily? Sister Emily is asking me second time, like, please add me.
Yeah, I think Teach can maybe can guide Kevin or anyone of from SAS, those
That's done in 2 minutes.
Teach.
In 2 minutes to be done. Should be done.
Oh yes, good. Brother Kim, in 2 minutes, you can tell Sister Emily.
Yeah, she says she always want to join. She's like, oh, why not add me? I want to join.
Yeah, and also please, brother Kim, can you also take in this opportunity to participate the June seminar?
Oh, okay.
And also because SAS group, there's more people to join this drum dance, and they are really good. They say they have started to practice, and in GIA I still need to put some more work to encourage or to persuade the people to participate. Thank you.
Okay. We are going to have a camp regarding to the inauguration of the Tsuchi office in Bedfordview, but we call it South African. We will call it the African office, South African office. We don't call it.
We call it
Jingsi Ho, South African Jingsi Ho is South African Jingsi Ho, but it's for all the African brothers and sisters. So that's the first Jingsi Ho in African continent. I mean, we are beating Mozambique by far, the first office. We're beating the Mozambique office by far. So we are the first Jingsi Ho in the African continent. So it's the first blessing that receiving by the master to the African continent, and we've invited all the brothers and sisters to join us. But the reporting form is sent out in all the groups already. So please reporting your the name to the Sister Linda, because you belong to group 1. So the name who want to join the ceremony, please reporting to Sister Linda. And also that, if you want to stay, especially if you want to stay in the office, you need to report to Sister Linda. Only one condition is everybody who stay in the Jingsi Ho need to have 2 vaccinations. So individual who stay in Jingsi Ho need to show us they have a certificate that have done 2 vaccinations, because Jingsi Ho can only accommodate maybe 250 people. So you need to let us know if you want to stay in Jingsi Ho. You need to give us that you already done 2 vaccinations. We need to keep everybody safe, because everybody can stay there overnight. We need to have
date.
The date for the date for the ceremony is starting from 18, 19.
16.
16, 17, 18, 19. Yeah, 19 is the last day. 4 days, 3 nights. 19 is the last date. The reason why we do that is because there's a youth day, and the last day, the 19th of June, is the Father's Day. Okay, that's why we have the function there, because it's a continuous holiday. You only need to maybe ask for one leave day to have the to do the entire weekend. That's why we do that in that day, because that's a long weekend. That's the reason. So if you want anybody who want to report, please report it to Sister Linda for your name, and also you need to show us you have done 2 vaccination, please. Thank you.
One more thing also important, because you still work within the company. You need to get permission from your boss. Okay. From the employer. This one day is not during the 4 days. There's a 1 day still working day, right?
Yes,
Friday is working day, so you need to get You need to request the leave and get permission from the.
And Saturday.
Oh, GIS day. Yeah, SAS is affected 1 day, but GIA will be 2 days. Yeah, that's when you have to get the permission through your supervisor. Thank you.
Brother Tim. Brother Tim.
Brother Tim.
It's my voice mute. Sorry. Yes.
To my understanding, you said we need to have 2 vaccines.
Yes.
But
yes.
what if the person just only vaccinated once? I think it's the Johnson & Johnson.
They need to do the second.
The booster.
They need to
The
get
booster.
They need to get a booster.
They need to get a booster. So what if it's not a 6-month period?
Then unfortunately we cannot accommodate because we want to keep everybody safe. That's the only requirement we have. So because we want to, it's gonna be a big function. So we want to make sure everybody's safe. So two vaccination is necessary. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So anybody who only have one, catch up. Okay, I think this is today. So I think, can we conclude here? Or Sister Jenny, anything you want to say? Or Sister Kathy? I think the first time Sister Kathy play the clip for us. But Sister Kathy, you want to say something?
No, not from my side. Thank you.
Okay. If not, then I think we will conclude today. Is everyone all right? We will conclude today. Okay, that's all. Oh, okay.
Because I saw Kevin has invited Yo Guo Yi. Is that the correct account for Sister Emily?
That's Sister Emily's second form.
Oh, also is active.
Yes, yeah.
Because the one you put into the group is another one. Is Yue Xia Sijie. Is that the same one?
I think so. I think no, because that one got 2 telephone numbers. She invite both numbers.
Oh, okay. All right, then it's fine. So please, you just remind Sister Emily can hop in anytime.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, we can adjourn today earlier.
Okay, that's adjourned. Thank you.
We have more progressive.
Okay, thanks. I think somebody from the SASI can.
Second,
So see you next week. Yeah, bona gamoso. Cảm ơn. Bye.
Bye bye.